Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Boy, shoots past him. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will take over. Looking to put a drive together.
Set, ready. Black foot, set.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow, 43. Set, cut.
Right back to Tracy. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. They've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue, 30, cut.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
3rd and 9 here.
Ready. Cut.
They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And that hits the right upright but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't on my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. Some plays that you've got called and you want see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Looking to throw. Dickinson. Looking deep downfield. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
A second down pass.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll hand it to Tracy. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. You talk about these Lions defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. Dickinson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Dickinson. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Dickinson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Dickinson. And this pass broken up. So the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Makes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22, set.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Set.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield is spotted at the 49. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Detroit Lions, 1st down.
33.
1st and 10 at the 49.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Like he said,
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Ready.
On to give, it's Tracy. Dances by him. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
22 middle. Set, punt. 45, wide.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
34-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
Hands it off out of the gun. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Cycle. Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Ready?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Hut.
On the run is Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Set, ready. 43, 52, boom.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, set.
Here's Tracy. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
He's brought down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
52 black.
This is 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready. Black 40.
They'll go again with Tracy. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 25. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Third down, here's Tracy. They needed two, they could only get one. Fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
The second down pass. Intercepted.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Ready. 38. Ready.
On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back up 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Ready.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 10 black.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. 50, green. Set cut.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
33, yellow, set.
Effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Set, ready. 60 red. Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill right after camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's a game.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got room to roam. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Dickinson. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Back to throw. Dickinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The try here for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
33, yellow, ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted. Out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Ready up.
Looking to put a drive together. Up the middle they go. Tracy. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tracy. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's good.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Ready?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned how slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw. Dickinson. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
2nd and 9 now. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey McBride from 8 yards out. And the Cards are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they got a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
1st and 10.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
We call them tosses because they got a chop. Took her out of balance because I run that like Nike, we got it on lock.
Ready. Set. Yellow.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Gain of 5 yards.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Dickinson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Dickinson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Returnable here from the 38. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to kick off their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive, and in a relatively quick manner. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10.
Slot man moves right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Ball caught by Harrison. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Short one here, caught by McBride. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
6-yard pickup.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 4. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Second and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Cards are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Dickinson able to get this one to McBride. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Goes right back to McBride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on 3rd down, Dickinson. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. George Pickens, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They'll look to throw.
The two-point conversion is successful.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Black 40. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards. The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Touchdown, Detroit! A big play there. 57 yards. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Lions 32, Cardinals 20.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 14.
Now play fake here on first down. They'll get that complete to Harrison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dickinson. Pass complete there to Harrison.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it's hard to defend. And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Finds Pickens outright. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Yellow, 43. Set.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Ready, set.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
60 red. 60 red. Set.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Detroit, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.